Welcome back to the King of the League. My name is Cromar, and I'm joined today by Caisha. This is Game 1 on Week 2 between the Chicago Blackhawks, yes, the hockey team, and the Sorry No Dice. This is Division 1, and the Chicago Blackhawks, there was a press release from the manager, and he basically said, hockey's dead, and we don't care. League of Legends is the future. Yeah, League of Legends is the future, man. This is where it's at. Who watches hockey?
Well, I know some
you
people
watch
that
League
do,
of Legends.
but I'm not a big hockey person. I know that. But that's
There's
probably
way more fighting in League of Legends.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
Scoring
and team fights, and you actually get to kill people in League of Legends. Because come on.
Yeah,
right?
and power plays are far more exciting.
And there are no penalties, right?
Right. There's no penalties. Yeah.
No penalty for being extra brutal.
Well, unless you look at the map. Look over your shoulder at the map and at the live events.
Yeah.
Except for that.
For those of you who are wondering, Chicago Blackhawks, right? These guys are new to this division this week, so everyone give them a nice warm welcome. Yay!
Welcome.
Yay!
And yes, they're substituting for a team which unfortunately was not able to play last week, so had to replace them. Sorry.
Their leader went on vacation. And I'm scared that he might be dead.
We haven't heard from him.
No one has heard from him, so I'm a little concerned.
So we shouldn't laugh.
Slightly concerned, but yeah.
He may have fallen off a cruise ship. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, he was last seen in China, so I don't know. I don't know.
So, really? Wow, I didn't know that detail. Interesting.
Yeah.
So the disgraced hockey team, Chicago Blackhawks, is on red team. I don't know why I call them disgraced.
I don't really know either. I was like, I don't know
why else
hockey.
would they quit hockey?
So I'm gonna. Well, I don't know. I was just thinking maybe they had just had a terrible loss like last season or something. But no, I think you just pulled out that they were disgraced. I think that's just what happened.
I don't know. No, I just made that up.
Well, that is clear.
All these Chicago fans are like, what are they talking about?
or not hockey fans. We're not even hockey people. Cromar's just pulling stuff out of his butt for no good reason. That's what's happening there. But yeah. Anyway.
It would have been funnier if I called them a baseball team.
Oh,
that would have been really funny. We could have made all kinds of stuff up about, like a steroid scandal and whatnot. That's why they had to go to League of Legends, where they switched to Adderall. Anyway, it looks like we have a gank from Zero bot lane, Seal Terror, flashing and cleansing out, and he's going to go down and give a first blood up to Jarvan. So we're 3 minutes in the game. We've only talked about nonsense so far. So we should probably talk about the champions.
Yeah, we should get in a little bit. Well, first off, obviously, Thresh, right? Great grab there. So we got a Thresh support. Pretty standard. First game that I've casted in a while without a Janna. So I don't know.
I know, right?
I don't know.
And we even have a Caitlyn and no Janna. How about that?
Boom.
One of the Terror brothers, Seal Terror, picking a Caitlyn, and Umouse, who's who had a diamond border on the loading screen. He is playing support.
Yeah.
Sona instead of Janna. So there you go.
Umouse. Yeah. Well, I guess the poke lane is too strong. Although not working out for them just yet, but that's okay.
I like Sona Caitlyn, but Janna Caitlyn's even better.
I agree.
As for Sorry No Dice, you do remember them from last week, and yes, this is the return of the best name in the entire King of the League, which is Seaman Demon. Seaman Demon, my
and
favorite.
coincidentally the best 1v1 mid that we've seen thus far. I think he's like 2-1 right now.
He's a pretty dominant player,
so
no matter what mode he's playing.
Oh, at least, pretty much.
Yeah, at least good trading. But fortunately, overextending a bit against Jarvan, which may be a problem. Jarvan, by the way, went over the wall to skip that ward. Yep. I should point out, though, I'm going to take a look at bot lane while I'm waiting for Jarvan to do something.
Although I almost feel that she knew that he would do that because she warded fairly deep, and so she might have caught him.
Yeah.
She might.
They did just ping.
Yeah.
They did just ping, rather. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
they did just ping.
He might be at least a little scared and aware, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So there's the attempt on Kenny Terror. He's going to repel. But we're going to go.
Not much you can do there.
Not much you can do. No, that's going to be a kill.
All
right. Yeah, so I think we can conclude that he did not see that, because otherwise he wouldn't have sat there and got ganked.
I'm still convinced that his spidey senses were tingling. He just...
You get it? Spidey senses. Anyway, a gank from Shifty, stabilized, flashing, and Brawler at rocket jumping out, so they're not going to be able to catch that. But it was still a good attempt. I mean, they got a flash out of the support. So, yeah, it's a pretty good attempt.
Yeah, Tristana
definitely.
Well, I was thinking
It's not the worst joke I've heard or said all day, but
no, that wasn't deliberate. It wasn't supposed to be like a joke. Like it was actually
an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, anyway.
Well, I was doing some solo cast today, and I got some pretty batty stuff. So we'll see. It'll be a competition.
I
It'll be a
that's
competition.
Standard Cromar fare. Right
Top
there.
5 caster fails this week on King of the League.
We should just do a compilation of the terrible jokes that are happening.
Yeah.
In each thing. Pallytime had a great one, but he said he stole it from you, so I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't ask me to repeat it.
You'll have to link it to me.
It was just
once
that
it's up.
terrible. It was just that terrible.
It's
but
probably something about, I don't know, it's probably something horrifying.
It's something about York. We had a York. Anyway, the mid lane and the AD carries are fairly even in terms of farm. Elise is definitely getting bullied a little bit in farm by Shen. But that's okay because she's Elise and she can handle herself.
Recover.
She can handle herself pretty well. I mean, definitely.
Unfortunately, though.
Good.
I was going to say, unfortunately, though, she's having to spend a lot of mana to trade with Shen, and her mana bar is going on a lot faster than his health bar. That's not going to be good.
Yeah, it's not going to be good, but I mean, she can always just go Spider Form and get that extra tankiness to get away. I mean,
sure.
She's not, I don't want to say she's totally mana dependent, but she can survive without mana, we'll put it that way.
I would like to see her roam and gank soon. But on the upside, if Shen stacks health as many Shens do, and he's already built a Giant's Belt.
Yeah.
She's got 2 built-in counters for that, so that's not that big of a deal.
Nope.
And there's a missed death sentence there, Seal Tear, poking Thresh in the face.
It's curious that, so Sona is definitely looking to have dominant wards in the bushes, but nothing
in the
for
bushes,
the river.
Yeah.
Nothing for the river, so she used pretty much all her wards that she started off with in order to get bush power, and it's not really, I don't know if it's necessarily paying off just yet. She's sitting on about 850 gold, and hopefully she's going to wait it out and get that sight stone as soon as she goes back.
She needs to get that Philo Stone is what she needs.
No.
She needs the GP. Yeah, she's going to be so far. She's already behind on gold.
Well,
she's going to be much farther behind as the
The current accepted theory crafting is if you can get a sight stone before 10 minutes, it's actually worth it in the long run over GP5. First, at least. That's just straight up math. That's like with no kills, no nothing. That's straight up math.
Yeah.
And as for how many wards you have to buy, etc., like that. So
it's also ignoring the value of sustain, especially on a champion like Sona, who has extremely high mana costs.
We'll see about
not
that.
Not per cast, but it's like 3. She got like 3 abilities on a 5-second cooldown. So in any team fight, she drains her mana really quick.
She's also really squishy, so the extra health on Sona would be really nice from the sight stone.
It's true. It's true. It's very true.
Just saying. We're gonna get into a support fight soon if we keep going down this argument path here. So we're just.
Well, I always take health points on Sona.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's see.
So we're looking at the score here, about a 1K difference between these teams, with Sorry No Dice ahead just a little bit, but mainly because of those kills, not much else. Because the farm is it's pretty close, just about the same.
I mean, it's almost exactly dead equal, except for of course the lead show. But whatever, we'll figure it out. Oh, Zach getting bullied a little bit. That's okay. Shift A. Sorry, I just noticed the name, so I had to say something at that point. But yeah, let's see. What else?
And gank attempt from 0. But everybody's under the tower. I think Zach's gonna wrap around here and react to it. He's currently waiting in the bush. I think he's hoping that they're going to. Well, no, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just recalling.
Yeah, I think maybe he was just looking at some stuff after just chilling there. Who knows?
Trying to decide. Well, Jarvan 0 was sitting in the lane for quite a while, so maybe he's trying to make a decision of whether or not he needed to react to that or not.
I was just going to comment that Lux has not backed yet, and then as soon as she backs, she buys a straight up needless rod and a blasting one. So she's
nice.
she's going up, the standard build from like a year ago where everyone just rushed Rabadons and just that was it, A lot of days, now you'll see Luxes go Chalice or whatever, and whatever on that. Yeah. Whatever on that, but
depending on what they're up against.
Yeah. So, let's curious. It's curious.
Okay.
Don't know if they're gonna really
Gank
do
attempt
much.
mid lane.
Yeah.
No, not catching with anybody. Moored in real life, escaping.
Yeah. Too bad Lux wasn't quite in range for her Q. I think she definitely could have gotten.
Yeah.
I think she definitely could have gotten Orianna there, but sadly, Orianna W'd before she could say bye.
Yeah, and Zero's also got Cataclysm up. So anyway, speaking of Cataclysm, he's going to need to pop it if he wants to survive. Down bottom, there's
Oh,
also
my
a
goodness.
catch on Mouse. A perfect combo, which is an instant kill.
And Caitlyn,
With a combination of Dissonance and Flay.
there's not much Caitlyn could do there. I mean, he
No,
was pretty much
definitely
just
not.
staring, looking on with horror, pretty much. I think he was like,
And
what did you
there was
say?
a Buster shot in there too, by the way. On top of all that, so somebody wants to watch the game, Caisha. You might
Well,
want
I'm
to,
sorry, she can't sit in my lap today. She'll survive. She'll survive.
Well,
but yeah,
it's good to get the perspective from Nasus. See what he feels about this game.
he needs more fun. I can't believe. See, this is definitely good. We need to make a compilation of the worst jokes.
He needs
I
more
think
farm.
this needs to
Your
happen.
dog needs more farm.
You're the
Yeah.
one that drew the connection between my dog and Nasus, and then so
Yeah,
I
that's true.
had to go to
You had
the next level.
You had to follow up with that.
I had to
You
go
yeah,
to the
you had to
next
take that,
level.
take it and run with it. Yeah, probably.
Oh man!
So,
wow, farm is just dead even this game. I mean, you can't really say much
Yeah.
about it. You know, Tristana
Yeah.
going straight up BF sword, best friends forever, and you know.
That's what it stands for. Yeah, that's what it stands for. Yeah, for sure.
It does stand for that, and I have to question this whole Caitlyn. Let's go pickaxe first, and then a dag. Like I don't know what's going on with that. Like most people are just like be patient and get your BF sword, and then that's that. But apparently, I guess she's just taking the whatever gold I have, I'm gonna buy something with it. Approach.
Right.
Which is whatever. If it works for you, it works for you, right? I mean, but
She is losing her lane, so
Yeah,
in terms of pressure,
I
she's now ahead on farm because Tristana went back.
yeah.
But I think that because she's being pressured in the tower so much, she really does need as much AD carry as possible. So I wouldn't second guess Sealterra's decision there. After all, these guys are Diamond 1. They
I'm
make
just
us look
bringing
like
up
scrubs.
a point.
So.
I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong or right. I'm just bringing up something, and people can decide on their own whether or not that was a stupid decision or not. I don't know. But
wasn't.
he.
I've decided on my own. It's 800 gold difference now, so they are catching up, by the way.
Yeah, 800 gold difference, and curiously enough, they pretty much have the same exact build, pretty much. Caitlyn has not been able to finish off her boots, but that's pretty much the only difference between her and Tristana right now, which is kind of interesting. That they're building such identical. Speaking of Chalice, by the way, Lux, she picked up the Blasting Wand, all the components to Rabadon's, but then instead of finishing it off, she went for a Chalice.
She went for the Chalice, yeah.
Curious. I mean, they're about the same amount of gold to finish it off versus to buy this Chalice straight up, so it's interesting.
Well, that player's probably just getting frustrated with the running out of mana all the time. It's very obnoxious running out of mana all the time, having to go back and heal. So he's probably just like, screw it, I'm gonna get my Chalice. I'll worry about it later. But he's got a blue now as well.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of my thing. It's like Chalice first is really good for sustain, but if you're going to get a regular blue buff, I almost feel that maybe you should take that into consideration. Ouch.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Shen also using his ult unnecessarily,
Yeah.
so he's forced to cancel it. In fact,
Finish that. Yeah, he didn't actually. He was like, never mind. It's not worth it. I'm not. I was just gonna save her and not go anywhere. But Orianna definitely getting bullied a little bit. But that's to be expected. I mean, it's Orianna versus Lux, so.
I'm trying to pronounce this Shen player's name. Murcielago.
Murcielago.
I think it's Murcielago. Yeah, there we go. That sounds good. Rolls off the tongue.
Murcielago.
I'm happy with that pronunciation. Well, we completely screwed up the Voiles or whatever the hell we went with.
No,
right?
I could have sworn that was maybe like the 6th game we had casted that day, and I think we were all just a little burned out. We just didn't know what was happening.
Ooh.
Wow. All right. Lux was like,
there.
"Screw you, Orianna."
Yeah,
and then
can't.
missed.
No recalling. He missed. But he still. You saw the reflex though. He still canceled the recall.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh god.
Yeah, he canceled it
There's
and
a
then
dragon.
proceeded to to harass Lex a little bit. Right? So that's pretty much it. Sorry, no dice picking up a dragon. Yeah, the first of the
Yeah, there
match,
you go. Cataclysm
I believe.
and on More Than Real Life flashing, and also using the shockwave to help stay alive.
Yeah.
So More Than Real Life can survive that gank and getting, trading a flash for it. I suppose that's worth
barely.
it. And
Just barely.
Murcielago fighting Kenny Terror. So the top lane quite boring.
Quite boring as
between
it
these two players.
usually is. As it usually is.
It is a lot of
Lee's
time, yeah.
pretty sapped for mana, so she probably should go back soon. But I think she's gonna tough it out a little bit longer. Who knows? She also has no vision whatsoever. She picked up a Haunting Guys first. Interesting.
So how about the CS scores for these mid laners? Lux and Orianna both sitting at over 150.
And they're both sitting at 0 for nothing. Like they're just do something,
Absolutely.
right? I mean, that's what they're gonna say. Do something. And
Yeah, Lux using laser to farm.
laser to farm and laser to poke back a little bit. Ooh.
Yep.
Shin was like, "No, you can't go back, Elise. I like you with no mana." That's pretty much what happened there.
Shiftay's gonna take the lane.
Oh, curious. All right, so Lux shielding and then getting another shield from Thresh there just to get a couple hits on the tower. It's curious.
Yeah.
That's curious, and she did it she did it deliberately too. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Yeah, well,
whatever advantage you can get.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's pretty
advantage you can
much
get. I mean, she's got a chalice, so she can afford to spend the mana. Man, Thresh isn't exactly a mana hog too, so there you
No.
go.
Interesting, Orianna choosing to go Rod of Ages. Again, I think we've talked about it before. We don't really see that item coming out a whole lot anymore for whatever reason. But all in all, not a bad item to pick up on Orianna, especially since she's kind of, I don't want to say mage tank, but she's like a support mage.
She's a utility, yeah.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
know, so it's not the worst choice in the world. And she's also building tier. Or she also built tier, so she's obviously going for Seraph's Embrace, which will give her some.
Oh, Brawler going deep with the rocket jump offensively and pushing Seal Terror into the woods. They're going to finish him off pretty easily, and now it's just going to be the support alive. Umaus is not going to be able to finish off Stabilize, and coming in for an attempted kill steal is 0, but he fails the kill steal.
At least he got.
And it goes to the
assist.
rightful owner,
Yeah,
Brawler.
the rightful owner.
The rightful owner. And Murcielago is
Nice little bait
I know a
there.
little bit over his head in a 2v1, but he managed to
little-
pull him into Seaman Demon. Yeah, Seaman Demon is going to force the kill. They're going to force the second kill here, first the passive. But here comes more in real life. Can
Oh,
he
did I
defend
forget?
Zach? I think he can. There's the shockwave
my
holding him down. Seaman
goodness.
Demon. Oh my god, one more hit. Zach is alive. He's going to die pretty soon. No, going down to the AoE. And Murcielago said, I left you for 5 seconds, and this is what happens.
Well, I don't think he was really thinking that. I don't think he remembered about Zach passive or something, or he was just
Yeah,
scared
well.
or something, because he was just like, "Peace out." As soon as it was proc.
He thought Seaman Demon could get it solo. I mean, he almost did. He was pretty close.
Yeah.
He was one auto attack away. I mean, it's kind of
gue-
close,
I guess
right?
I guess her E was down. I was just expecting a nice little round E, and then some auto attacks on each blob, and then that was it.
Oh, Brawler with the
Nice.
Shen ult
Shen
going
ult.
deep. Not the Shen ult, the shield itself not needed, but the fact that it was on him, was enough
Yeah,
for
that
a
was
deterrent
definitely
that they had to run away.
that was definitely unexpected. You saw Brawler Tristana moving
Mm-hmm,
away out of his range, and then as soon as the Shinnel was almost done, he leaped into range, and then boom, taunt. That was
Yeah.
that was a little bit mean.
like-
It was a little bit
So I'm
mean.
gonna jump in
sorry
and
about
throw Shen at you. It's like, I have a Shen in my pocket. I'm gonna throw it at you. I choose you, Shen.
Yeah, they're the flight attendant, right? Tristana's the flight attendant of the group. All right, delivery for
Yeah, there
delivery
you
for
go.
Caitlyn. That's pretty-
One Shen.
one Shin. I hope you enjoy.
One ninja tank.
Well done.
And
So-
big advantage now to the Sorry No Dice that returns from last week over the new challengers here. And Sorry No Dice now ahead. What are they ahead now? 3K? Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid.
And, a lot of kills.
They also have the dragon, which should be coming up fairly soon. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
I want to point out gold distribution too. Not only is it the whole team that has a big gold advantage, but the individuals, the 80 carry difference is about 1.4k at 20 minutes. That's not good.
Nope.
That's not good at all. Brawler now having a huge advantage over Seal Terror. And when it comes to team fights, it's just going to be completely one-sided. I mean, Tristana's going to be so much more effective.
Yeah, that's an underfed Caitlyn right there. It's underfed Caitlyn.
It is, yeah.
And
yeah, it's a difference of a cutlass, so the sustain and the damage. So more slap fighting here between Elise and Shen. Elise just going to back off, wait for cooldowns, and then come back in and try again. The Neurotoxin actually hit a minion with that instead. And
it's okay. I
slugging it out with the ninja.
Still believe in you, Kenny Terror. Still believe in you. But yeah.
But those spider senses aren't working out because there's a ping going down. His blue team is about to jump on this Elise top lane. Let's check out what's going to happen here. There's a miss and a flash. Cataclysm, repel, and the box goes down. Everybody, they serious about getting this kill. They want it. And Thresh's stabilize is going to barely escape. And they're going to finish under the tower. Murcielago staying in. Look at the kiting. Oh my god, the kiting. Oh, just the tip. Misses. Not just the tip. And what the hell happened to the spider? Oh, still died though. She turned around to get the tag on Murcielago, and Horror Real Life is going to finish this guy off slowly but surely. Let's make sure you can at least get the assist. No, Caitlyn coming in for an assist. No, at least didn't get the assist. That's such. Oh, it sucks. Oh, Destin's hitting that stupid-ass spider. I hate that little tiny spider so much because I play a Moo and I can't bandage toss Elise because of them. And
I think that's what happened to poor little baby Thresh over there. He tried to Death Sentence and grab a minion, or grabbed his little spiderling instead.
The little spider, hit the little spider instead. That's so frustrating.
That was rough to watch. You saw them all backing away like, oh man, we got this. Oh yeah, it's a spider, right? Oh.
At least dodged everything. It was so great. She did go in against the Shen at the end. I think she kind of knew that a Vorpal Blade was going to finish it anyway, so might as well get the tag for the tower kill or for the assist. But unfortunately, the amount of time that went by before they could kill that stupid tank
just a little bit
was too much. And Seema Demon getting caught by everything but the Shen ult saving. Well, that Shen ult's a big fat ult.
Yeah,
there you go. Murcielago coming in for revenge against Mord in real life. He is caught a little bit. Flay. Not quite enough, I don't think. I don't think they want to go any deeper than this because
not quite grabbing that Death Sentence.
No,
yeah, he had to rely on play a little bit, and it didn't exactly work out, but that's okay. It's all right. Skill shots are skill shots, right? I mean,
the most important thing is they saved Seema Demon from the death. I mean, that's really what they were trying to accomplish there.
Yeah,
and that worked. And he's healed now, so it's all good. All right, gold difference 3K. That little chase didn't go too well for him. They got one kill, gave up a kill, and they spent a lot of time on that too. For basically nothing.
Yeah, right now it's just all going to be. What do you think? Yeah, it's just all objectives at this point. Like they're even on dragons, I believe. We got one for Sergeant Dice and one for Baby.
Ooh, Seema Demon caught once again. This time Shen's ult's not available, and she's done. That's going to be, Cocoon and everything else.
Yeah. So they're going to be pulling almost even on towers and global gold with that.
Just about. Shifty going deep on Brawler. He's stuck. And he's done. Oh, that was such a great catch. My God.
Yeah.
How often do you see catches on Tristana like that? It's really hard to do because of rocket jump.
It's quite hard to do.
It was so fast.
I mean, he saw that Thresh and was like, oh, that that passage is definitely going to be bringing someone to the tower, and that was what happened.
There you go. Murcielago trying desperately to defend this tower. They may force the tower. They may fight it out. Either way is going to work. There's a shockwave on both players. Mord in real life being very important in both of these team fights. And Zero going to get the kill with the Cataclysm in a 5v2. Not bad. Murcielago forced to back off, but with Jarvan dead, Lux is now up. Lux, of course, had missed all that fight because she got caught right at the start. Yep. And they're going to back off because they do not want to get a laser in the face. And I don't blame them.
Not really. I mean, definitely can't blame him. How about that tankiness from Jarvan? It never ceases to amaze me how tanky Jarvan can be in team fights. You know?
Yes.
Like especially if he's exactly. Even if he's the one that's initiating, it's just always impressive how long he stays up. It's like, really? You are still alive? Like, really? So.
Yeah, he managed to pick off more in real life in a 5v2 before he died, so that's pretty good. And Chicago Blackhawks definitely with a massive comeback. It's effectively even.
Yeah.
Although in terms of territory, they have a big advantage because there's a naked inhibitor mid lane.
Naked inhib, that's right. They chose only 4, but they chose the right 4 to get as far as towers.
Yeah.
So I mean, strategic, right?
Yeah, and they can push that bot tower anytime they want. I mean, it's late enough in the game that Zach
no one's really gonna
Seal
say anything about it.
No, they're not at all. And they can destroy it so fast. Seal Terror can just annihilate that tower.
Yeah, it's definitely about almost Baron time. I mean, you see the supports, laying down the wards, and the junglers laying down the wards, getting the pinks out, and kind of starting their Baron dance, right? So we'll see maybe in a couple minutes, maybe a Baron fight. It'd be kind of interesting.
The gold difference between the carries is still about 1,000, by the way.
Yeah, it's still quite a bit. Steel Terror is definitely coming back. He's getting some kills. But really, I think where they're going to trust their damage most is going to be in Orianna. And not that she's like a crazy damage dealer, but she's going to be what makes or breaks these fights, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen some excellent shockwaves so far.
Yep.
Very nasty with the positioning there. And they're going to fight over this naked inhibitor. And look at Shen. He's going to have to jump in very soon. There is the ult. Jumping in now on top of the middle of the fight. Zero is here on Jarvan. Yeah, it's a good choice because we know I've talked about how tanky he is. And they're going to fight off and save this inhib. Pretty crazy. There's the shockwave. Jarvan finally dies. Seema Demon, though, is right in the front. Is going to die as well. And that's not looking good. Not looking good. And the More in Real Life gets kites the hell out of Murcielago. And there you go. Now we have the carry and support still alive. They're going to force this tower. And Brawler is not going to be back anywhere near enough time to save the inhibitor, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, I mean, they were pretty much forced to fight that to get him off the inhib, but it just didn't go very well. It was kind of just sloppy, right? A very sloppy fight. Didn't really have much focus, right? So, hopefully Sorry No Dice can come back. Steel Terror kind of missing that E over the wall there, it looks like. Just a little bit. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah. Let's see. Tristana finishing off the Blade of the Rune King in comparison to Caitlyn's Phantom Dancer. Interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not an AD carry. But
it's a good build against Zac.
Yeah.
Blade of the Rune King. That's the reason why he's got it.
No, I was
counter the Zac.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that the difference between building a Phantom Dancer and building a Blade of the Rune King. Just questioning.
Yeah.
Just questioning that. So Orianna finishing off her Seraph's Embrace. She finally picked that up. Elise finished her Leandries. Yay. So. But still fairly behind in terms of farm. But that's okay, because Shin's supposed to kind of be a little bit ahead, because he's just off in La La Land most of the time. And he only comes in for team fights.
It's true. It's true.
That's how you roll. That's how you roll with the Shin. So, yeah, I'd like to also point out that...
Oh, nice catch on Mord in real life. There's a huge amount of burst down, everything hitting at once. Mord barely staying alive. There's a shockwave on the wrong two people.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Seema Demon is sitting in the back in perfect positioning, firing away. Look at Brawler free firing from the minion line. Destroys Seal Terror. And this is going to be a huge turnaround for Sorry No Dice if they manage to maintain this. But it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble finishing these guys off. There's Umouse in a nasty and a bad spot.
Back.
There he goes. Brawler's coming back in. Yeah, he was pretty low.
He was low.
He had to life steal up.
But now he's pretty much full health. He's gonna be like,
coming in from the flank and free firing on Steel Terror. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
That was like one of those to the face. He's, I mean, you can't say much. It was a pretty good fight, and it looks like they might take Baron for it, and they should.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah, they should. So that fight came down to the catch. I mean, that was all about the catch. They caught Mord in real life. They caught Orianna
it was
in the bush.
It was somewhat scary, though. I mean, they didn't finish her off very easily, and so they could have easily died if Brawler had not been there to pick off the AD carry and come back in later. Like, that was rough.
Very true.
That was rough.
But they dedicated, Chicago Blackhawks. They dedicated. Wow, I can't speak right now. All of their team members to trying to peel for Orianna. They were all on peel duty.
Yep.
And
it just
didn't work. I mean, they even used the shockwave, unfortunately, on Jarvan and Thresh. I mean, what the hell good's that going to do?
Well, I mean, whatever. I guess on the utility tanks, I don't know.
Yeah, no. So definitely not an ideal situation. And there's a...
Yeah, Chicago Black definitely staying well within gold range right now, though, but they can't afford a head-to-head fight. They just, right now, they cannot. I mean, they were coming back. They were making a strong comeback, and then just that last fight, and now the other team has Baron. Just not a good idea. So we're just gonna see a long farm war right now. Brawler. Oh my gosh,
they're probably
Fed Tristana is just terrifying. Do you see that
I know,
red?
right?
What happened to that red? It was just done. Just like chopped off the head. Oh my god.
Well, she's got all attack speed. I mean, she's combining her own steroid with the static shiv and the freaking Blade of the Rune King.
Pretty much.
With a little bit of AD damage to boot, and she just will shred people right now. She really needs a Last Whisper too. That'll help a lot with Zach, because Zach is no doubt going to be building.
Well, he's got a bulwark,
more and more
so
armor. He does have the bulwark, but
he's
he's
pretty.
going to build more armor on top of that.
Yeah, he's going to be building a pretty much tank after that. But who knows? I mean, he's been sitting on those items for a while, so I don't know. I don't really know what he's preparing to buy. He's just like low on. Yeah. I don't know. Said this for a while.
He doesn't have a lot of gold. Not very many assists at all. But this has been a low kill game, so that's part of the reason.
Yeah, it's understandable. But I mean, the items he bought were excellent and somewhat expensive, obviously. So,
True. True. Yeah, bulwark's kind of hard to save up for. Anyway, they're gonna force this tower. They can't stop him because, like you said, they can't afford a team fight right now. They need either a perfect catch or something. And there's Ace and Hold, totally ineffective. I can stabilize. And a final flash to farm because they know they're not going to be fighting right now.
Yep, pretty much.
And Shen split pushing,
I mean,
by the way.
Point
that out.
Yeah, well, Shen's doing his thing, yeah.
He's doing his Shen thing, yeah.
You see that happen a lot with Caitlyn's, like, especially in late game. The ult is just kind of whatever. Like, and so you see them.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it has its uses.
You see them just use it at all times. You know, it's not as low cooldown as Lux's. So it's not as common to see just used all willy-nilly, but and yes, I use the term willy-nilly, but
it's not typically used during a team fight. It's used before or after. It's pretty nice before. I mean, you can catch, as part of a catch pretty much, and you can wipe somebody out. And the best part is it's from safety. You know, you can use it. If it doesn't work, who cares? You know, it's not a big deal. It's not a liability. It's not like Quinn's ult where you ult in and die every time.
Tristana also picking up. We don't really talk a whole lot about the boot enchantments, but Tristana picking up Furor, which is interesting. I mean, most of the time people just build Home Guard, right? Especially with
God knows I do.
Especially with almost an inhibitor down, like you think, oh yeah, but for Tristana, clearly an attack speed build, and fine on that champion, hey. All right, so she's gonna be super fast and really hard to lock down. So
just a really dangerous little midget with a missile launcher.
Yordle, she's not a midget. She's a Yordle.
She's a midget.
She's a Yordle.
Yordles are midgets.
If she were human, she would be a midget, but she's a Yordle. So she's.
I don't know what the hell a Megling is. That's what she is.
She's average at that point, right? So that's all you got there.
Final flash hitting Caitlyn and Sona.
I just love seeing this Lux build. I just, it feels so old school. You got Void Staff and Rabadons. I mean, Athene's not so much, but it's not so old school.
Yeah, Athene's not exactly old school,
but,
right?
but it just makes you feel, oh. And you've got, So, I don't know. I felt like mentioning that because she's not getting a whole lot of, assist or kills or anything, but she's building fun. I like it.
Yeah. Old school would be stacking death caps.
Yeah, there you go. They're building all death caps.
Mini hats.
Team
Fortress style.
All the hats. Yep. Special edition hats. Ooh.
Shen once again split pushing top. Let's see if he jumps in to save Brawler. He does. He's going to jump in and save it. Ace and Hole getting nothing. Shockwave. Going to hit not exactly the right people they wanted, and there's the final flash hitting Mort in real life all the way in the back for a kill. Brawler is still alive. He's actually at full health, in fact, and Brawler just finishing off everybody just one by one. And the Shen ult proving to be the decider right there. Ultimately, they engaged on Brawler, and he had so much protection from Wand and from Shen's thing, from Stand Together, Stand United.
I just have to question that. That's what I normally call a forced team fight. And not like an engage or anything. That's like, let's just do it. Like, let's not be patient.
Good idea.
Let's not. I mean, they probably should have sieged a little bit and gotten the inhib, and then maybe engaged. but it was just he was just
Yeah,
so far
they
away
were
from
not-
everybody else. Like I
They
mean,
thought they caught Brawler, but you can't. Tristan's got so much protection and so much appeal. It's not a catch.
No.
It's just not. Doesn't count. Maybe if they caught Seaman even in that spot, they might have had something simply because Seaman doesn't have a rocket jump. But even then, you still with the Shen ult available. I don't know. Maybe to bait the Shen ult and then back off, disengage.
it didn't really work out. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think
when
of.
he was prepping the jump, I was like, oh no, don't do it. Like, don't do
Yeah.
it. And he did it. He did it. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but mistakes like that will cost games. You know, will cost you games.
Sure.
At the end.
Sure.
So,
Well,
especially
we've
late game.
seen a couple huge plays like that from Sorry No Dice,
Yeah.
all revolving around Brawler's positioning,
Absolutely.
and them underestimating Brawler and Brawler destroying them.
Yeah,
That's
people.
like not the first
I don't know
time.
why people underestimate Tristana. She's just so terrifying. I mean, she's
Yeah,
just
she
so
is.
terrifying. I mean, you see the pros player, like especially Zuna, and it's like, oh my god, please stop playing Tristana. It's terrifying. Like, especially like super late game. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just like demolishing towers and teams. And,
So Baron just spawned right as they were warding it, so obviously
Mm-hmm.
they had that timer.
yes.
And they're getting ready to. Somebody wants to get ready to do something there.
Someone
it's going
wants
to
to
be an attack,
fight.
a defend,
That's-
standoff.
someone
yeah,
wants to
somebody
fight.
wants to fight. Yeah, if I was Chicago right now, I would not pick a fight.
No.
They're
Yeah, but
Going up in
they
the penalty
they
box.
shouldn't have been picking fights most of the game. They've been more or less behind and trying to catch up most of the game.
it's
So,
true. It's true.
But whatever. Jarvan built a Banshee's Veil. Interesting. I'm intrigued.
No, I get it. I get it. Block. You can maybe block one of those powerful ults. There's Zero engaging. Final Flash hitting just the right targets. And Seal Terror is in the back, though, able to free fire, but so is Brawler. Neither of these teams able to dive to carry. Both AD carries going buck wild on the teams, and Seal Terror is obviously doing the lesser of the two in terms of damage. And Kenny Terror going deep on the wrong target, which is Stabilize. And
Yeah.
Brawler is just completely unperturbed.
Yep.
I mean, that was not even like a micro battle. That was just a straight auto attack and
Straight
win.
up. Yep.
Straight
And-
auto attack and win.
And it looks like the
there's a
surrender
surrender.
from Chicago. Yeah.
They just didn't have the ability to dive Tristana. They tried and tried. They caught her in front out of position. Didn't matter. They had no answer to Brawler whatsoever, and that's going to be it. And game one. And I agree, Nalia. I agree. I agree with your dog's analysis of the game. It was rough.
It was just. Oh my
I'm
god.
so witty.
Top
I'm
5
so witty.
fails.
That's the best. That's the best dog joke.
Oh my god. Just end it. Just go. Just go.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Caisha. See you next
Bye.
game. Bye.